Hello everybody, Velian speaks tech, and today I have some good news and some bad news to share with you guys. I'll start of course with the bad news first. I know how much you've been liking my Oxygen OS videos that I make, all the Oxygen OS settings, the OnePlus phone settings, the Gcam videos that I do shoot on my OnePlus 7. And I really appreciate all the great support that I'm getting from you guys because you keep me going and doing this stuff day after day. But today it's a rather sad day because I am selling my OnePlus 7 phone. Yes, that's true. I'm selling my OnePlus 7 phone. That's been really one of the greatest phones I ever owned, and I used to do all my videos on that phone, and for that phone update videos about Oxygen OS, going from stable to beta, going from beta to stable, upgrading all kind of tweaks, you know, ADB tweaks for battery stats and disabling this and that. And yes, it's a sad day today, guys. I'm selling my OnePlus 7 phone. That is really the bad news I wanted to share with you, and thank you for all the support. But I also told you that I have some good news, guys. So if you want to check out the good news, just please watch this video until the end and stay with me. Alright guys, now going back to the good news. And as I told you before, I am selling my OnePlus 7, and indeed is a very sad day for me because the OnePlus 7 that I own is the Chinese version, 8GB of RAM, 256GB of storage, and this marvelous red color. You don't have it in Europe, so for me this was really pretty amazing, alright? And that's why, guys, I'm saying today is a sad day and I have some bad news, but then of course I also told you that I have some good news, guys. Let me share the good news with you. Yes, that's true. I am upping up my game. Yes, you've seen this correctly. This is the OnePlus 7 Pro. Alright, so I'm stepping up my game, guys. I bought the OnePlus 7 Pro and I'm selling my OnePlus 7. I will explain you what the differences are, how much did it cost to me to buy this one and to sell this one, what I'm gaining, you know, for the price difference, and is it worth? And of course, I will let you, you know, my followers and my friends, fellow friends, to really have and to really be the final judge. Okay. So here on the left hand side we have the OnePlus 7, 8GB of RAM, 256GB of storage, and on the right hand side we have the OnePlus 7 Pro with the same amount of RAM, 8GB of RAM, and the same amount of storage, 250GB of RAM, guys. So what is kind of like the very big difference that kind of hits you when you look at those two phones is really the display size. So here we have an AMOLED screen with 6.67 inches. And it's really bigger than what we have here on the OnePlus 7, which is again an AMOLED screen running with 6.41 inches, guys. And yes, OnePlus 7 Pro is really a huge phone. But also what you cannot see in this video, and that's because I enabled dark mode, we have here a notch, right? So let me, if I go here, if I do like this, right, I think the difference is quite obvious. We have the notch here. Here we have a full screen display that is kind of really immersive. I did remove both cases of the phones so you can experience this beauty the way it's meant to be. But also what I wanted to share with you, the display size is not the only thing, and the notchless, the full display here is not the only thing. We have here also curved edges, guys, alright? So yeah, you can see from here. Honestly, my impression about that was that initially, you know, it looks really premium and it looks quite nice in terms of swiping and all of that, but you need to get used to that. And let me just show something. When you open a web page that's had like a white background, you know, the colors and the edge tend to go a little bit greenish. So there is a tint here, I think that you can see right now. I'm just saying this because a lot of the guys on the YouTube say that they prefer to have the flat display, which we have pretty much on the OnePlus 7. And I honestly tend to agree with this, that the flat display is a little bit better, specifically when you're watching videos and some other content, browsing. But this looks more premium. It also reduces the bezel line here, so this display is really a little bit better. Also, here I think we have a slight thinner chin, which is also quite important. And now, of course, the biggest difference is here, everybody knows that's called the Fluid AMOLED display because it supports 90 Hz. And this 90 Hz, guys, is really a big thing. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that so that everybody pretty much understands my opinion. And of course, I'll encourage you guys to share your opinion if you also own the OnePlus 7 Pro. So the 90 Hz hype has been around since I think several months, like this 90 Hz craziness is everywhere. Well, let's see. I'm not sure if the difference can be seen on the screen, but I can at least try to show you guys. So this is here in the settings. On the left hand side we have the 60 Hz of OnePlus 7, here we have OnePlus 7 Pro. So if I go all together like this, with my own eyes I really see the 90 Hz, it's a little bit smoother. I'm just saying a little bit because once you use it a while you don't even notice it. At the end of the day, the main way you can experience this is probably in games, playing games or even watching video, but also when you do something like this. So when you go from portrait to landscape, I think this is probably, where you can see really how obvious this is. So it's a little bit smoother. But then again, I think people can also go with 60 Hz, right? So that's not a must. Another important thing here, guys, is that display here is a full HD display, which means that it runs on 2300 by 1080p. And here, guys, on the OnePlus 7 Pro, we got the Quad HD Plus display, which boosts significantly higher resolution. Here we have 3120 per 1440, and it does also support HDR10 in case you want to watch HDR content, from Netflix or from YouTube. So the display is really what sets apart these two phones. That's really the main thing. We need to speak about the cameras. So here we have a notch, and inside the notch we have the front camera. In the OnePlus 7, the front camera, guys, is hidden here. It's a pop-up camera, and you switch to the front camera. You see, open it like this. Yeah. Alright, so it's a pop-up solution. Honestly, I'm not a very big fan of this pop-up solution, and I myself have criticized this design of not being very sustainable, or let's say future-proof. Turning those two phones on the back, we can see the cameras, and here we have a triple camera setup, as to here we have a dual camera setup. And I do believe that the camera is also a very big separator between the OnePlus 7 and the OnePlus 7 Pro. Here, guys, on the OnePlus 7 Pro, we have a 48 megapixel, which is the primary sensor, which is pretty much the same that we have also into the OnePlus 7. But here we have an f1.6. It does have OIS and AIS, which we pretty much have also on the OnePlus 7, but it has also an ultra-wide camera, which is 60 megapixel and runs an f2.2, boosting 170 degree of an angle. And also here, this camera, the third camera, guys, here is a telephoto camera with 8 megapixel with an f of 2.4, and it also has an OIS, and it can boost up to 3 times the optical zoom, right? On the OnePlus 7, we just have the same camera sensor with an aperture of 1.7, and that here, guys, is just a 5 megapixel depth sensor that can help you catch additional depth when you shoot portrait modes. Battery here on the OnePlus 7 is 3700 mAh. Here on the OnePlus 7 Pro, we have 4000 mAh, guys, and this is definitely better. But don't get me wrong, if you're using this phone with 90 Hz and because the display is bigger, maybe we're gonna get the same amount of screen on time. I really like the idea of having a 4000 mAh battery in a flagship or premium phone. So design wise, I think also you can tell from what you see, those phones are really very much different. Coming to the last point, so last but not least, guys, this is the charger. So here the Dust charger, guys, can really get you with some quick charging, but the Warp charge is now upgraded and will provide you 30 watts, so it should be definitely faster. So I'm also happy with this. So if we have to count like all the benefits, guys, so you get a bigger screen, you get a notchless display, like a full immersive experience with a curved glass on both ends, you have a bigger battery, you have a better camera featuring this, triple camera setup, you have also quick charging or faster charging than what we have in the OnePlus 7. Now let's talk money, guys. I am selling my OnePlus 7 to a friend and I'm going to charge him 388 euros. And I have bought the OnePlus 7 for 552 euro, guys. So at the end of the day, I'm paying 160 euro to upgrade my OnePlus 7 to the OnePlus 7 Pro. Now the question is this really worth it? The short answer, yes, absolutely, guys. You're getting a bigger battery, you're getting the bigger screen, you're getting the faster quick charger, you're getting triple camera setup, and then of course the main experience, you're getting the 90 Hz display in a full bezel-less, notchless display, guys. So I do believe it is absolutely worth it, guys. If you would have been, guys, in my shoes, would you have upgraded the OnePlus 7 to the OnePlus 7 Pro by paying 160 euro? I would love to hear your comments, so please leave them down below the video. I will keep making the same videos, guys. I hope really that you continue to like them. Stay positive, stay safe, and have a nice weekend, guys. Velian speaks tech, Friday over.